Hello, wherever you are in this beautiful world. Dr. Mark DiPasquale here from Adjusted Chiropractic, going through some latest research here, quite spectacular. I thought I'd mix it up a bit today. We've been speaking a lot about immune system and how to keep that boosted, etc. But I also wanted to get back to the fundamentals also to show how not only does the nervous system boost and help the immune system, but also every system. The brain and the nervous system controls every single system in the body. So, and this case here, and I'll put a link in the description. So if you wanted to read the whole article, you can. It was actually published 3 days ago. And yeah, the 25th of October, quite extraordinary results. I'll actually just go through some of it. So here's the article here. First of all, so vestibular vertigo improved following chiropractic in a 44-year-old stroke patient. They did do a review of literature in this as well, so that was quite extraordinary. So a couple of things just to explain in this one here. So vestibular vertigo is dizziness this is caused. There are many different types of causes of dizziness. Vestibular vertigo is because of the vestibular system in the brain. So basically a brain function center of balance. Other causes of vertigo can be the ears. So this is where our balance centers are in the middle ears, and we can have dizziness with ear infections. We can also have dizziness with the crystals in the ear not working correctly and not reconciling with our vision too. So if the balance centers in the ear don't reconcile with our vision, that's where we get dizziness. If you want to test that out, jump on a boat and go into the sea, and as you're rolling up and down in the waves, this is the crystals in the ear and the balance centers that give us seasickness. So it's quite a strong reaction. So what this is explaining is that this is none of that. This is because of the vestibular part of the brain. And why this is important in this case is because this is a 44-year-old lady who has had a past stroke. So there has been some brain damage or some tissue damage in the brain because of a decrease in blood flow to certain areas of the brain. And I'm going to go through a few other findings in this case that had to be separated between whether it was brain damage because of the stroke or whether it was just the nervous system not working correctly, which is what chiropractic helps with. So I'll just change this presentation here, and I'll go through that in a little bit more detail. Okay, so here we are. And this case study was published in the Annals of Vertebral Subluxation Research on October 25th, and published on pages 62 to 67. Once again, I'll put a link in the description. So if you wanted to read more, you can. Just going through the article itself, a bit of background. So old stroke, so this patient had an old stroke, which means, as I've mentioned before, there was some damage to tissue in the brain because of being starved of blood and therefore starved of oxygen, and that kills the tissue. Now, it's important to understand, and most people I think know, that if you've got any injury to the brain, whether it be by stroke or hemorrhage or brain damage with accident, brain tissue can't regenerate. So if any improvement is going to be made, it's going to have to be made by finding another circuit with regards to how that the brain works. Another part of the brain has to take over from a part that has been damaged. So it can be quite hard work with regards to tissue that can't regenerate. So this is a case of vestibular vertigo. Once again, it's not vertigo because of balance centers or anything like that, which had to be diagnosed or had to be separated, and chiropractors are experienced in doing that. And with regards to the subject, so it was a 44-year-old lady. She had been having the problem for 1 year, and also so this history of stroke and high blood pressure as well. And what was quite striking is in the history, she expressed that she was unable to sit and drive due to fear of losing coordination and balance, and she could not sit and type. So these are the things that from day to day would be impacting her day-to-day life. So not being able to drive, not being able to go anywhere, not being able to sit with the door to work, whatever it is recreationally, with regards to typing, pretty debilitating as far as I'm concerned. So here we have the interventions and outcomes of care. So vertebral subluxation were addressed over a course of 7 visits. Radiographic analysis was used to determine misalignments also. The physical exam revealed positive pathological Babinski reflex, abnormal eye accommodations, and abnormal eye pursuits. Now, this is where it gets a little bit technical because Babinski reflex is a sign of when it's present when we have brain damage. Abnormal eye accommodation, abnormal eye pursuit can also be part of that process as well. So it was very important for the chiropractors to understand and to separate whether it's because of the nervous system not working correctly that is causing these problems, or is actually the stroke, which is the brain damage, that is causing these problems. So we'll see in the results. And the outcomes were, through the course of chiropractic care, the patient reported decreased frequency and severity of vertigo attacks, and the physical re-exam documented her eye accommodation and pathological reflexes were within normal limits after 4 visits of care. So extraordinary. So what that means is there were some things that were possibly put down to, and if physicians were assessing her with regards to eye accommodation and how her eyes are working, etc., they'd be saying, oh, that'll be because of the stroke. But this is a clear sign that it wasn't because of the stroke. It was basically because of chiropractic subluxations, or where the nervous system is not able to get the messages from the brain down the spinal cord and out to supply things. And very common issues with regards to the neck, even right at the base of the skull. They supply eyes, ears, sinuses, throat, all glands, etc. So if messages can't get through there, we can have issues in function with whatever they're supplying. And then after that, the patient was able to drive again, and typing no longer caused vertigo attack. So, quite extraordinary results, especially for this one person. But a message to all people is that the nervous system is hugely important for all of us. So there we have it, amazing results for this person, one of many, many, many. So more and more studies are coming out all the time, and we've seen them with regards to and functionality when the nervous system is allowed to function and work correctly. That's the blueprint. The blueprint is in the brain. If you can get the messages to the body will want to use that information and will want to make improvements. The reasons why we have health issues, etc., is because the blueprint is not being run, or the plan is not being run the way that it actually should be, and things are actually getting in the way and complicating the issue. So it's an extraordinary case today. Once again, most important to understand how the immune system works through the nervous system. This was a highlight today of how important the nervous system is. We're also keeping in the back of all our minds that the nervous system is very important in the immune system because of what we're going through at the moment. So keep yourself boosted. If you have any questions about what we've spoken about today, please contact me or any of our team. If you have any questions about immunity or, making sure that the immune system is strong and how to keep it strong and how to, make sure we keep it boosted, please contact us as well. We have the protocols which we've been going through on those, so you can have those as well. So, until the next lot of research actually comes out, if you do want to contact me, do so. We're here at the practice. We're here by email, here on the phone. You can contact any of our team as well. Until we see you next time, look after your health because no one else will. Bye for now.